What is going on, everyone? I never thought I would be sitting down with you on this day, February 1st, ahead of the NBA's February 6th trade deadline, where Luka Doncic, multiple time first team All NBA player, is being traded to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis. Griffin, this has blown my mind. This is blowing the world's mind. No one knows what this is. I want your initial reactions before we get into this trade.
Mean, it's just crazy. It is just like it has to be the most crazy trade I've ever heard of in the Big Four sports in my entire life. Like for the Mavericks to give up on their face of the franchise guy who could be the face of the league, the guy who took them to the NBA Finals last season, and just trading him off for Anthony Davis, who is 32 and injury riddled. Like he has had a fantastic couple of years since kind of getting rid of the injury bug, but still trading away Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis is maybe one of the most insane things I have ever seen in my entire life. Everybody thought this trade was fake. Like the Magic, I mean the Mavericks need to be dissolved as a franchise. Like this is crazy. This is a crazy trade.
Yeah, no, Luca, he's missed the last 19 games due to injury, but this is not Luca. This is not like Luca's injured for the rest of his career. He's out. He's just dealing with an injury, like any player does in their career sometimes, where he's going to miss a couple of games. He's out with a calf injury. Does this mean that they don't think Luca can recover from his calf injury? What is this? We'll break down the trade right now from what we know from Shams Charania. This deal is real, apparently. Multiple sources have confirmed this. Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris are heading from the Mavericks to the Lakers, with the Mavericks getting Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and LA's 2029 first, and the Jazz in this deal getting Jalen Hood-Schifino, a 2025 second via the Clippers, and a 2025 second via the Mavericks. Let's start off with the Lakers, Griffin. What does this mean? They have a guy in Luka Doncic now. I'm assuming the starting lineup's going to look a little bit like Luka at the one. You got LeBron in there. You got Reeves you keep on the roster. I mean, you got Rui Hachimura still, Dorian Finney-Smith. The five is in question here. Is it
Yeah, I
Jackson Hayes
mean,
at this point? But does it matter? I mean, let's just run it off. What are your thoughts?
I mean, just like team dynamics alone, it's crazy because Luca and LeBron do so many things so similarly. Like they're both pretty ball dominant. They can play off the ball, but like it's just insane. Like their interior defense is just gonna like take a massive dip because Anthony Davis was covering up so much for this season. But like you have to do this trade. You have to do this trade. Really, like your future post LeBron was in such big question. Like, can Anthony Davis carry a franchise on his back? We saw like him not really do that in New Orleans, and now you have a face of the franchise guy who can be your guy for 15 years in Luka Doncic. And to me, this calls into question what happened behind the scenes. Like, is there
There's
something about Luka that we do not know about right now? Like to me, this is that crazy. It's like, did he do something horrible? Like we really have no idea.
this. Uh, Say what
It's
you
just the
want to
most
say about it.
shocking thing I've
This, this
ever
is
seen.
like LeBron. He won his first MVP, in Miami. Let's say he's coming off the Spurs championship. That's like the Miami Heat saying, we don't like our future. We're trading him for, I mean, I'm trying to think who's in the league at that time. Maybe like Steph or something. Like it's at that magnitude. I don't think people realize how great Luka Doncic is. This is how wild everyone's reacting to. It's not like he's in the class of the Nikola Jokic's, the Shea Gilgeous-Alexanders, the Giannis Antetokounmpos of the world. This is not an average NBA star. He's not like a multi-time All-Star. This is one of the best players. If they redid the NBA's 75th anniversary team, he would be on that list. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about this. This man
Yep.
led his team to an NBA Finals on his back. He couldn't get it done because he faced one of the best teams ever in the Boston Celtics. But going back to the Lakers before we get to the Mavericks here, what it's crazy. You have LeBron and AD. It's the passing of the torch. It is like Tom Brady handing it off to Patrick Mahomes. There is nothing else like this in the sport of
Yeah.
basketball. This is insane. It's going to be interesting, but JJ Redick, first year coach, this might be a little bit too much for him. It might be a little no. I think JJ's a great guy. I had nothing against him. Not like I know him personally or anything like that, but this is a lot of star power and ego to handle. Having
Oh,
Luka Doncic alongside, and AD has a feature on ESPN's with Shams Charania talking the other day. We need a center. We need this. Like, there's no way this team was going, hey, we're done with your yapping, bro. You gotta go. You gotta
to
go.
me, there is no way the Lakers. Like this offer had to have come to the Lakers. There's no way you just put this out into the ether like, hey, could we maybe do AD for Luca? And then they're
Great
like, oh,
overrides rejecting it.
yeah,
2K.
like trade 2K is rejecting this trade. Like it is actually the most crazy thing I've ever seen in my life. Like
So let's yeah.
Luca must have either requested a trade immediate like to the Lakers specifically, or something either with the injury is not what it seems, or there is something else that's bad. Like there is no other way because everybody else is rejecting this outright. If we take 30 minutes ago reality as we knew it to be reality, like
Yeah.
it's just so crazy.
No, this is wild. And let's dive into the Mavericks. How can you justify? So you have Anthony Davis at the time of recording, it's February 1st. He turns 32 in March, on March 11th. You get him in this deal. You have Max Christie, who he's a role player at best, no disrespect, and a 2029
Yeah,
Lakers first, which what does that mean now with Luca? If Luca wants to stay in, it makes no sense to me when you have Kyrie Irving there. So what's that team? That team is nothing now without Luca. And you didn't get a haul. It's not like the Lakers could give you a haul of picks anyway. What sense
yeah.
does it make, Griffin?
There must have, if you actually like, okay, Luca is on the trade block. Has to be way better options you could get than what the Lakers package because you only got one first. This is a generational guy, and like now that Luca is on the Lakers, that pick's not going to be good. Why do you do this trade?
There's
Why?
maybe
I'm actually like, there needs to be like an investigation. I am so serious. Like,
Okay, hold up.
I
This is what we're getting right now. Ims from Shams Charania live here on this show. This is what they reported. The Mavericks approached the Lakers recently and offered Luka Doncic, sources tell ESPN. Lakers met and believe the 25-year-old has the ability to be the face of their franchise for the next decade while giving Anthony Davis away in a win now move for Dallas. How is this a win now move for Dallas?
I mean, I guess like Dallas did. I
But you
mean,
have bigs that are good. You have Daniel Gafford. You have Derek Lively. Not like they're on the level of AD, but these guys are good.
no.
PJ Washington,
Yeah, no, because everybody was lauding the midseason trades that the Mavericks made last year, being like, okay, that's what propelled them to like start building momentum to get to the finals. Like it is just so I mean, like Kyrie and AD and Clay and like the rest of those guys, like is not it like that's definitely like a playoff team, but like
they didn't raise their
you're taking a step back from where you were last year. You were in the finals. Luca is a floor raiser. Like
yeah.
it is the most
Yeah.
insane
At the time
thing.
of recording, the Mavericks, they're eighth in the Western Conference. The Lakers are fifth. The Mavericks are only gonna drop in this situation. Like, how does that make sense? It's wild. And then I mean, there's not really much to talk about in Utah. They made a trade earlier today. They got PJ Tucker and Mo Bamba in a second for Drew Eubanks and Patty Mills. They sneak in here, get Jalen Hood Schifino, who's probably just gonna expire and go off the team, and they get 2 second round picks. But I just what is your prediction if we're going to sit here today? Where are the Los Angeles Lakers going to, assuming Luka is healthy enough to come back, that this is a legit trade? What is Luka Doncic going to help this Lakers team alongside LeBron James do by the end of the summer? Are they an NBA Finals team?
I just don't think so because their front court's going to be so bad now. Like to me, this doesn't make sense for either team. If you're talking about this season, of course you do this trade if you're kind of like to me, you're doing this trade if you're punting on the season. If you're LA, like I don't know. I mean, I guess of course, the trade deadline is not over. They can still make, I guess, moves on the periphery to get like a big man in there.
Yeah.
Yo, do you guys want Yusuf Nurkic? He's available, y'all. Like,
Dave
but like
Vincent and
it's
Jared Vanderbilt, come on with.
come on through. But I mean, do you think I'm like? I guess I was right about the Mavericks having to approach the Lakers because there's no way the Lakers are like, okay, AD for Luca. That's like the bare minimum framework for this deal.
Hmm.
I'm literally my mind is going a mile a minute. Like I just like don't like you take over. You take over. Like
No,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
I mean, so let's look at the Lakers depth chart as of now. It's going to look something like Reeves at the one. Well, I mean, Luka at the one, Reeves at the two,
Yeah,
Hachimura at the three, LeBron at the four, and then Jackson Hayes or Maxi Kleber is your five. There has to be another move here where they're going to look to move off a guy like Gabe Vincent and, Jared Vanda. It has to be an all-in move for the Lakers. They won the title in the
yeah.
bubble in 2020. They have to go all in, but they also have the flexibility with Luka that stars are going to want to
Low
continue to
key,
come to
like
LA.
it might be like Austin Reeves might have to move. Like if you really wanted to get like a solid back line,
Think about this.
that's your best trade piece now.
I
Like who else do you have?
I know. Vanderbilt is on like a 4-year deal, I'm pretty sure. Like, Finney Smith, you just got him. I don't think you can trade him at this point. It's got to be, Dalton Connect maybe they throw in there, but he's their other young
Yeah,
you have to keep, I feel like. It's got to
yeah.
be Gabe Vincent, I think, and Jared Vanderbilt are the guys they package. Ryu Hachimura probably becomes
Yeah, Gabe
extendable.
Vincent. Yeah, because those are tradable contracts. Austin Reeves does have a tradable contract, but like that's a guy you would want to keep. He's done good in the playoffs. Rui, Dorian Finney-Smith, you just traded
Think
for him, and
about this.
that's a guy
We
on a winning
we
team.
have been talking about Jimmy Butler for months now. We just been talking about De'Aaron Fox
The
for the last
trade
year.
deadline is not over, by the way.
This
But
is
this
just
is like the craziest trade I've ever seen in my life. Like
in
if
sports in
this,
general.
yeah,
That
no, 100%, 100%.
because this is not like a Luca is 26 years old this month. He is not old.
From your perspective, why do the Mavericks do this?
I have
Like,
it has to
like
be
why?
a salary an apron move maybe, but like I'm not sure in the contract. I'm gonna look real quick and see if I see anything. Like
CJ McCollum ruined the league. CJ McCollum ruined the league if that's the case.
so Luca's
You're
extended
sending.
eligible for this year, 5 years, 229. Think about
Were
this.
they not going to give him the max?
No, he's extension for an eligible 5 years, 229 million. I think that's the max he can get.
Were they not going to give him that? Like,
No, yeah, no.
why do you do this?
Anthony Davis, he makes upwards to $62 million. The Lakers have to be winners in this deal. I can't see any other way how the Dallas Mavericks win in this deal. There's nothing that can convince me.
No.
You
If
give
I'm a
away
Mavericks
a
fan,
generational talent. There is
this
not many
ruins my hope in the sport. If I'm a Mavericks fan, I'm so serious. Like this is the like it this is the most shocking, like one of the most shocking things, not even just sports, in my entire life I have ever
no.
seen. The like it is Luka is such a known commodity as an MVP caliber player and who's going to be for the next like, I don't know, bare minimum 5 years.
He has top
Bare
10 player
minimum five
potential.
years.
Top 10
Yes,
potential.
100%, 100% of all time he
Yeah,
does. And that's what I like.
this is wild.
It's just like so wild. And you get Anthony Davis, who is like I love Anthony Davis. He was my first pick on my fantasy basketball team this year. He's done really well for me. But like he is not a guy where I'm like, you're not selling him at his it just makes no sense. It makes no
Makes no
sense.
sense. It makes zero sense. And I mean, I gotta hear a reason to justify it from someone that, is not you and me who have, we're just reacting like
Yeah, no,
crazy right now.
I know. Like someone literally needs the Mavericks in the front office needs to explain why. Why? Walk
Because
me through
you
why you
have
do
to have a
this.
reason to do this.
Yeah,
Oh
this
my
is crazy
God.
because like
I mean, what else you got to say before? I mean,
I
wow.
mean there's nothing like I mean before more reporting comes out, there's nothing really I can like.
What
It
is
is
your
just
what is your thoughts? Do you think this has to be purely financial? That has to be my assumption.
if it's purely financial, the league needs to change.
Yeah.
The
No.
like because that is you are like letting this franchise sink when you could have had the Mavericks be like a premier franchise that you market not only just in the United States but overseas as like we have Luka Doncic on this team. Like that is a name that people know around the entire globe. He could be the face of basketball. Literally, if he can win a championship, he can be the face of the league.
Yeah, no.
And you are trading that away to what I think everybody can say is the most big market team with in my opinion, the GOAT on the team right now.
Yeah.
To me, it's I mean, I don't want to get, conspiracy griff about it, but it's like this is a ratings move. This is like we don't really believe in Luka as like, people have said like a heliocentric James Harden-esque player who like, can get you to the finals, but can he win one? But like he got you to the finals and he's 26.
Yeah. And he is one
And
of the best
we
players on
haven't
the planet.
and it's like these guys will mature in their thought process and their thinking if you think that he's the player that everybody knows he is. I'm talking as a Phoenix Suns fan. Luka is a killer. He's a killer. Like I'm just like I have no idea. I have no idea.
Is there a
I'm at a
player that
loss
you
for
would be
words.
more shocked to see trade? Like would Wembenyama
Wemby's like number one, and that's might be it. Like I
yeah,
could see Giannis getting traded before that. I could see Embiid. Like SGA might be like on that level of Luca, but it's like who else? Who else? Like I could see Steph Curry getting traded before that. I could see
yeah.
Tatum getting traded before that if it's the right person, even though they did win the championship. Like
But cap
maybe
space, I
Tatum
mean,
is on that
luxury
level.
tax. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you're dodging the okay, is Mark Cuban still
He's not the
running the
owner.
team?
He's not the owner. No, he's not
Is
the
he
owner.
still running the team?
No, I think he lost his stuff from the family. That's for sure.
What? Okay, then like it, I don't know. I don't know. Like
And
I literally don't know. To me, this is like an investigation needs to take place because this is malpractice. This is potential malpractice from the Mavericks.
yeah, no. I mean, this is wild. I feel like we
Okay,
had to.
okay. Tim McMahon. The Mavs had major concerns about moving forward with Luka Doncic due to his constant conditioning issues and the looming commitment of another supermax contract extension this summer.
No, wow. That is.
There's no. They're calling. Are they calling him fat?
He's averaging
Like,
40.
yeah. And he's only 26. Like, bro, he can get off the sweet tea. So you trade for Anthony Davis? Like, that's your solution?
I
And one first round pick. Oh my God.
wild. I
Oh
feel
my
like
God.
we got to end it here. We're gonna keep stressing out. What's your last thought? Like, real quick, hit me with it.
I mean, I'm at a loss for words. Craziest trade I've ever seen in my life. Probably top 10, like, most shocking things. Tweets come. I'm like, immediately, this is fake. He must have been hacked. He must have been hacked. There's
Check
no
my
way.
Twitter.
And that was every NBA person on my Twitter feed. Like, he must have been hacked. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. And there's no way. Like,
I
I just
think
don't understand it.
there's gonna be more to the story to this. I think that
Obviously.
there's money. The money reasons have to be a reason why AD getting older, things like that. It's like he's been bad. He had 41 and 20 the other night or something.
I know.
Wild. I have really no words. I'm at a loss for words. I'm gonna be a loss for words for like I feel like a week until I see that man put a Lakers jersey on. But wow, go ahead.
Rudy Gobert was traded for 4 first round picks.
All right.
One first round pick.
Well, I
One.
think we'll be back here
One.
soon. Probably talking to Fox trade. Probably talking
Yeah.
about the trade.
Trade deadline is gonna get crazy.
We'll be
It's
back.
getting crazy, y'all.
We appreciate y'all. Make sure to like, subscribe. This is gonna go wild. Everyone, signing out. Peace.